The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What's happening, Octo family? We're going to take a look at some more electronic vehicle stuff. Why? Because it's where the money's at right now. So we're still trying to get in on this one we're talking about yesterday. Had some information. I actually thought I was on the right website for the first company that's kind of the same, but I guess I wasn't. This one makes a little bit more sense, so we got to dive on in. Let's take a look here. So what do we got? We got golf carts, electric golf carts called Vantage Tag System is what this is called, Vantage Tag System. This is the actual one. Remember the first one where it was like all sketchy and it was about like businesses importing and exporting and stuff? That wasn't them. If you ask me, it wouldn't surprise me though if that other one still is part of them. But I don't know. This is just one of those kind of funky ones, right? What's going on? Not only is it electric golf carts, free. Available now at zero cost. Distributors and dealers wanted. Earn six-figure income with the first year offering exclusive territories. Lease, revenue, share, or sell. Increase pace of play. 4+ rounds on a single charge, which is great. So you can play 4+ rounds on a single charge. That's a lot. Upgrade to Vantage Tag GPS Infinity System for free. So what they're doing, they're trying to hire commission-only salesmen basically to come and sell these things, which is a smart way to play it. I actually like that. So that's kind of cool. Golf is hot, and golf has been doing good through everything we've been going through. Not only that, they've got this Tag Golf Control Unit, industry-leading back-end management solution. So this is crazy. It's like a full-on app system going on. Standalone cart management system, pace of play monitoring, protect sensitive areas. Internal battery does not drain on power. You got this tag on your carts, and it tracks everything. So then the dudes at the shop can track everything, but then you can track everything too. So no more pencils and little books that you got to write on. Now you can just bring up your iPad. I don't know if these are in the vehicle or what, but look at this. It shows exactly how many yards you are away from the pin and all that. I think this is kind of cool. I personally don't want to be looking at a screen when I'm out golfing, but I can see people eating this right up. You know, you can tell, like, you can even gauge exactly how far your shot was, how far the hole is without even bringing out a rangefinder or anything. It's kind of cool. Check the wrap tag, text, infinity, fleet management, system communications, golfer experience, smart batteries. This is kind of cool alone. I mean, this is not one I'd want to invest in solely though, you know. Electric golf carts. What else they got? Pacer, the Raptor. There's the Pacer. Oh yeah, then they have this thing that you can sit on here, which is pretty gnarly looking. I mean, it's like a little motorcycle almost, like a little three-wheeler motorcycle. Then there's this one, the Gucci Mobile, right? That kind of looks like one of the vehicles they were already talking about, so that kind of makes sense. Tag Golf Control Unit, the tag thing, that. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, that's the other one. Okay. So not only that, this dude, original SPAC Attack, he was on StockTwits. He wrote me and let me know that he had these investor presentations. I don't even know where he got them. But regardless, I upload them to the site here. So if you guys want to download them and come take a look, there's tons of good info. There's 4 of them. I don't think everyone wants me to sit here and go through all 4 all night long here. But there's lots of good information here. We touched based on most of it. It does give us a little bit more details, you know, showing the market size, all that. But I'm still not seeing some physical proof other than, like, here's this warehouse thing, and it looks like they might have their name on it. But I still, like right here, Imperium EV. I think we saw that before, but that's still a stock picture. Here's the making of the bus, though, right? Like, that looks legit to me. You know, I don't think that that's photoshopped. It could be, though. It's not a very high quality picture, right? There's those little cars. I mean, it goes into a little bit more detail, but it's still not much. I mean, and look, I'm sorry, but look how cheesy this pattern. See this layover? It's like doesn't even fit the screen right. They just sloppily threw the car in. This is what I'll never understand is if this really is a company that's got X amount of these electric vehicles and they're not willing to spend $5-10 grand on a presentation marketing or a website or anything, I mean, that's a huge red flag. But again, the price reflects that. So if this thing is legit, again, I'm going to stand by what I was saying before. This is going to be fantastic, but it's still just kind of all over the place for me. Right? I mean, it's kind of wonky. You got this golf thing, which is kind of cool. Like golf courses, I could see eating this up. Then they've got this place. This looks like a random office in Salona County, largest electronic vehicle market in California, sure. You know, but that looks like a real sign. That looks like a real sign on there. This is, I guess, one of their places, though. They're showing here. And we actually did get an address also from another one of our subscribers, so thank you for that. So we did get an actual address. That kind of looks like that one golf cart thing, and this is, I guess, where they're setting up shop. I just can't wait to see the actual cars and the actual picture of them. So, you know, this probably made it maybe 5 or 10% more believable because they did spend some time. Here's the other deal, though. They do have vehicle charging. EV Express model ultra fast 150 kilowatt can charge a Nissan Leaf 85-mile range from empty to full in 10 minutes. And a longer range EV such as a GM Bolt with 230-mile range in about 25 minutes. So remember I was speculating that, man, I wonder if those charging systems are theirs. They are. So you're also getting like all 50 billion of those cars they have and a full-on charging system and advanced battery technology. I don't know, man. It is cool that, you know, if you can really get all this stuff and they actually have it. I want to see what actual car they pull out of that. The shipping container is going to be this little blue thing, or is it going to be a bunch of these little ice cream single truck things, man? The solo competitors, I don't know. I mean, this looks like a real picture here, right? But I don't even know if that's one of their things. I mean, obviously it is because they're showing it, right? But how big is that? I mean, look how tiny that thing looks. What company is going to use that? I don't know. This is the Asian version of another company, Skywell, but I guess that this is connected with them, or it is them, but this is the Asia version. It just goes over. Here's this. These are the guys who are making like the buses, though, that flat frame. This is the picture right here that we're looking at before. But look at this. Industry status, ranked number 2nd place in China for EV production and sales in 2014 to 2015. 3rd place in overseas for EV production and sales in 2017 to 2019. 2nd place in China for EV production and sales 2019. You know, it's just a different world. It's just a different world out there. Can anyone over there confirm any of this? I'm sitting here in America and haven't heard of any of the Skywell overseas. Look at that. They're in Croatia, Ukraine, Jordan, South Africa, Indonesia, India. Wow. Mongolia, Mexico, Ecuador, Chile. Wow. Anyone ever seen one of these Skywells? It's just almost, it is too much. It's way too much for me to try to wrap my mind around. What do we have here? 13 different buses. Okay, we got more. You know, I'm just going to leave these up. We're going to move on from now. If you want to come take a look at these or download them, like I said, just come to the site. Just come click download, boom, 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 boom. And follow this dude here, right? The original SPAC attack. This links right to him. If you would mind follow him, he's a good guy. There's more good things to come, though. They are getting a new website. We got a confirmation on that. So I guess they've been working on a website that'll be out soon. They need one, and they need to hire a full-time SEO company because I couldn't find any of those companies before when I was searching. So they just need to get on the marketing. How many times have I got to tell these guys? Get up on the marketing a little bit, right? Going to take a look at this. This came out, when was this? August 24th. GST Global, Imperium, and Everus. I haven't even heard of Everus. LLC announced letter of intent to incorporate next generation battery technology to charging stations. So this is the announcement of the charging stations in electric vehicles. And this came out, what would it be, like 2 months ago or whatever? Come right through that. I think there's another one that I was going to talk about. I didn't put it up here, but regardless, it looks like they're climbing. They're obviously spending money getting all this done, but again, did I get in here? I did a little bit, but am I backing up the truck on this thing with full forged confidence? No way. Okay. You know, again, I never want to be the guy that says, buy this stock now. I'm not that dude, right? I'm here to be your friend about it and just say, this is sketchy. It's still sketchy for sure. But again, the price reflects that. Once we actually get 3 models and everything's legit and there's 15 factories, guess how much the ticker is going to be? It's going to be like $8, right? If we get to that point. Hopefully they do, you know, that'd be sweet. Regardless, I still say, if you want to get in this, it's sketchy. Don't put in money here. You don't think you might be able to lose a little bit. It's pretty volatile today, though. We had like 35, 40% runs, I think. 25% runs. You can't get this thing on small brokers like Webull or Red Bull. You've got to use the big boy brokers on this. If you have Webull or Webull or Red Bull, don't think the world is ending. Just open another account. It's not a big deal. The big guys, big traders have multiple accounts for multiple reasons. If Webull goes down, you don't want to be out, right? What if a new SPAC releases and you're like, okay, I'm live. I got the octopus notification. They go to buy and Webull's down, but then you hear Fidelity's not. I think you should have like 3 different brokers personally. I have more than that. Okay. I'm gonna move on from now. Electric vehicle company Canoo to present at the Credit Suisse 8th Annual Virtual Industrials Conference. I reached out to them with some questions. If you're watching, which I'm sure you are, please answer them. I got some questions about this. Regardless, it's not clear to me whether this is going to be a time where they're going to release that new last mile delivery vehicle we were talking about. This is in December, but we don't know if that's when the release party thing is. I would like to know, does anybody know that? Regardless, they're going to be with some other people talking about this stuff. There's like a summit, business summit, December 2nd. And if you want to join that, you can come to the website down in the description and click here and you got to register. As always, if I'm doing this and there's not something more important, I will try to stream it, try to get it out live or something, but register because you might have to let me know, hey, it's happening, Okay. Moving on, it's been Greenleafs have been getting hot. Did you see the one from this morning with Jay-Z? My mind's still trying to wrap around that. I can't believe that's happening. It's just crazy. Crazy time we're in. Pretty cool. Cleverleafs, though. We've been talking about this for 5 months now, since like the beginning of the channel. Ticker SAMA, I believe. SAMA. I was getting in, and I don't know how many times I've been in and out of those warrants, but regardless, this is a SPAC. It's still not fully merged over to Cleverleafs. It's still SAMA, I believe. Double check that before you don't go just buy that, all right? But regardless, they're doing some big cool stuff. I can't even read this. I don't know what language it's in. I didn't even translate it over for this video because I had to get the video up. But it says Cleverleafs expands, I think, to Brazil. That's all I got from this. There was another release like 2 days ago or something where they got a new contract somewhere also. It wasn't like huge, but I want to say it was like 4 or 8 million or something like that. But you're starting to see this thing climb up, and now I think it's like around $1. Anyone been buying this thing with me this whole time? Moving on. How about some Big Cap? One of our patrons has been with us for a long time. It's asking about Big C. We've talked about this one a bunch, man. This is like a Shopify competitor, let's call it. So kind of like a middleman. Like if I had a website, I wanted to start selling t-shirts and I wanted someone to handle the merchandising and all that, the order fulfillment, you'd hire Big C. Big C is less expensive compared to Shopify. But take a look at the chart, dude. It's been up to 165, recently up to 100. And it is right now sitting at like 80. So even if it only gets the second time line here at 103, that's still some big money. Don't forget, there are options available on this one too. So don't, I've seen a comment like, well, yeah, I can go up like 10%, 15, 20%. Yeah, but if you want to ride and get risky, you can do options and get some calls. You can really multiply on this. What do you think though? One thing I want to point out, this white line, that's something I drew in. Why? Because I'm noticing that this thing likes to go up and down about every month and a half. It is was definitely due. It's why we're calling it out back here. I was actually saying it's probably a good time to buy it right in here. It did drop a little bit more But regardless, you'd still be sitting pretty now because now it's sitting back up to 80. There's nothing in my mind that thinks that this will not, at least, even if it went up halfway to this last peak, that still put us at 80, 90 bucks. How can this not go from 80 to 90? This is going to be one of the biggest quarters for them, period. More big cap stuff. Best Buy. Y'all ever been to Best Buy? This is kind of an earnings run up. What happened? They've been whooping it because what are people going to be doing for the next year, and what have they been doing this whole year? They've been sitting at home and watching TV. Okay. Best Buy, they need a new TV. They need surround sound. They're rocking. They just came out with earnings, and like a fiddle, it dumped. That's what we've been talking about. You know, get these rallies up right before, and then the good news. It doesn't matter whether the news is good or bad. Most of the time, nowadays stuff is going to dump because people are running it up. It just is what it is. They're ringing the cash register, doing what they're supposed to. Right? We're not long-term 20-year investors here. You can't be thinking like that anymore. You can, but trust me, the crystal ball is turning. Regardless, this is sitting at what channel I want to call it, right around like 113 bucks. It looks like a decent time to buy. It's not, again, one of those things that you should back up the truck on tomorrow, but it's something to pay attention to. This last quarter is great. You think December is going to be great for them? Lots of retail only make money in like December or November. Did you know that? They lose money the whole year just so they can be open for November and December. But they're there for you all those other years, so you remember them. You think they're going to make money this December? Oh, yeah. The new video game system's coming out. People are still going to be sitting at home. I don't see how this one won't go up unless we get the big Hulk smash for the market. Then it could be going down. How far could this go? Got another line we could definitely draw on here at like 104. So you might want to just keep an eye on it. You know, if you want to get in, you can put it by a little above it, just in case it tries to hit back down here. But just watch stuff. It is still sketchy market territory, all right? Tesla, we'll get to that. Let me move on to the Dow. Something we don't bring up very often. You know, this is the granddaddy of all granddaddy stocks. From 1897, this thing charts. Y'all ever seen a trend line since then? It broke a very pivotal point. Why? All-time highs. 30,000. Look at this thing, dude. You see that? Previous all-time highs before March, 29,500. We hit 30,000 today. Absolutely incredible. Incredible to watch, really. Tesla. Talk about unbelievable. Do you realize a year back, this was sitting at $62, and now it's sitting at $555? Anyone ride that from over a year ago? The stock to buy back then, man. Holy Toledo. Regardless, all-time highs for Tesla, dude. It's going into the S&P 500. I don't know if y'all missed that, but I was talking about that. It's going into the S&P 500. Big news for them and the S&P 500. I think the S&P 500 should naturally get a boost from it. I don't see why it wouldn't. We'll take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, how's that doing? Take a look at this. Almost all-time highs. Huge cup and handle pattern almost. So this could come down and then give us a little handle around here. Maybe down to the 17,900. And then start its next leg to all-time highs and just rip and roar. The big boys are starting to come in. PayPal's in. That was huge too. Congratulations anyone who's in this. Don't forget those supplemental plays. Tomorrow on Riot. You think they've gone up a lot lately? Just wait. Zoom out on the chart. We talked about it a bunch. Just zoom out. Someone, one of our patrons asked about NGA. NGA is Northern Genesis acquisition. If you haven't seen my videos on them, check them out. They're not 100% official, but they're going to be pairing up with a company called Lion Electric. I really like that play. To ambulances, electric ambulances. It'd be really sweet. They're also doing like garbage trucks that are already done and they're super sick. It's kind of like a workhorse type of deal. I think that's going to be awesome. He said, should I buy that? Which one's better, that one or HCAC Hennessy, the canoe? I can't say either of those are better, man. I'm sure you're asking because you want to see which one you should invest in. For those that have been on my channel a long time, you know what I'm going to say. Split it, dude. Take whatever money you had allocated that you want to invest in one of those, just split it in half. Regardless, remember that NGA, though, is not 100% official yet. But we're holding where it is, around 11 bucks. I think it's a good entry on there. I think that one's going to pop hard. The warrants I would stay away from. Any warrant over $2, I think in nowadays environment, anything over $2, you're actually better to get the comments. Calculate it out. Throw something on a graph and let me know. As far as I can see, that's been the case lately. Don't buy stuff over $2. Just get the comments instead. We need to look at this right here. This is pretty sweet. I don't know exactly where this came from. I guess there's a logo down below in there. No, okay. Visual Capitalist found this online. I like this. So I've done some comparisons like this before too, but it's done. I was like, dude, let me throw it out to the nation here. Bitcoin is near all-time highs, as we said, and the mainstream doesn't care yet. How do we know? How do we confirm that? Good old Google has something called trends. Search for trends are qualified by search interest relative to the highest point on the chart. So what do we got? The green here is the search interest. You see how it's still low here, right? Well, look where the search interest was when Bitcoin was super high back in 2017. It spiked up, right? But look at the price. It's basically matched it. But look at the price now. The price has mooned, but there's been a little tick of interest. But again, folks, I think we're just getting started on here. Wait until all these random YouTubers who only talk about like 2 or 3 stocks, wait till all of them are finally like, oh, buy Mara and Riot. I'm telling you, look, it's already gone up 200%, but buy it now. Just wait. It's not cool yet. Why? Because, look, there's just not enough searches, dude. So just keep that in mind. If you think this stuff has already run too much, zoom out on that Mara Riot chart and then tell me what you think. All right. The other ones are all following, of course, all the digi coins, you know, the Imperium and all that. We pointed out some good ones yesterday or the day before. Can't even remember. Regardless, search the channel for them. Just come to my site and you can watch a video or just go on there and see what I was saying about them. But it's pretty interesting. If you're scared and you don't understand the digital coins, that's fine. There's no way I could, but I don't think I'm ever going to fully dive into completely figuring out all the digi coins. I'm here to make money. I don't need to 100% know exactly what's going on. It is way too down the rabbit hole for me at times where I just lose interest. I'm like, okay, I'll just buy some more, right? Just show me the chart. They're okay companies. Might be okay. Anyone still not going to buy any Bitcoin exposure, that's fine too. I can understand. It's still going to be manipulated. I'm sure, you know, it's still going to be starting to get cut like silver and gold. That's historically and all that, but protect yourself out there. I'm proud of everyone that did take profit from yesterday's video. We had those EVs we were talking about that were just stupid high today. They started out a little bit higher, but you know what? They went down. You know, just be happy. If you're pulling green, you're pulling green. That's more than most people can say. Y'all have a good rest of the night. We'll see you out there tomorrow. Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.